History of the KitchenAid mixer, we left off in 1931 with the Model F. And we're not taking a very big leap, we're going to 1932 with the Model A Kaidette. Now up until this point, KitchenAid was always known for its very robust, powerful machines. You had the Model H5, you have the Model G, and then the Model F. There's just one problem, another company stepped into the market. Any guesses? Sunbeam. That's right, Sunbeam, it was a household name, almost everybody knows who they are. It was just a little tiny mixer. They were cheaper, they were lighter, and they were more affordable. So KitchenAid said, well, let's cater to that market as well and create an answer to their call, and we came out with the Model A Kaidette. Now, a few fun facts about this Model A. This is the smallest mixer that they ever produced. And the Kaidette had a lot of really interesting and new features. Firstly being, it was the first tilt head machine. Take a look at that. And this little knob here, it was kind of like our love handle. It was just something that you could grab to raise and lower the head of the machine. Now to make it even more interesting, this was the first machine that they produced that didn't have a real planetary action. And what I mean by that is every machine up until this point spun like that. But this machine did not have planetary action. You can see it only spins on one axis here. We'll turn that on and take a look. Now before I do that, look at how close these paddles actually get. This is precision engineering at its finest. Take a look at that. Now since this machine did not have a planetary function, they had to make sure that there was a way to get all the ingredients in the bowl incorporated. And while I do not unfortunately have a bowl for this model, don't judge me, it's like 100 years old, they're impossible to find. They had to have a bowl that did the rotating, similar to that. We'll talk about the Model R next time. So as these paddles spun, you would have a bowl that spun around with them to make sure that everything got incorporated. Now I do think this machine does have some issues, so if we turn it on, it's just running on high speed. I believe this right here was a rheostat. You could actually change the speed by maneuvering this level, but obviously it's not working. And the fact that it even runs says a ton about the quality of a machine that was made almost 100 years ago. Now, one thing you may notice, it does not have a hub. All of the other models, they had a drive hub on the front where you would put all of the external attachments. But they couldn't put it on the front because they needed room for the lifting mechanism. So instead, they said, let's accessorize. Now you can see here, there is the hub drive right in there, and this thing literally, it just drops into place just like that. Now the crazy thing, there's really nothing that secures this down into place. It just kind of sits there. It is rather heavy though. And if we click this baby on, you can see it turns that hub. Now I know this thing, it looks a little bit goofy. And I don't think they sold that many of them because, well, this model didn't really stick around for very long. Because not too long after they came out with the Model K, we all recognize that. That Model K became the best selling brand on the market, and it has been for like 100 years. But we'll touch on that in the future. But until then, I'll see you in 1933 with the introduction of one of the rarest models, the Model R.